morning, welcome back to a new video. First thing you will realise, we've got new shirts. So we've now got fluorescent orange Rothamsted research shirts, just so we can be seen from space, I believe. Today, as you probably guessed from the title, we're going hedge trimming. So we've got little boots, one of our 6620s, and our McConnell hedge trimmer here. I always have to look because I can never remember, but it is a Power Arm 6570T. I believe that means it's a telescopic because it goes in and out, but yeah, there it is. And what I'm going to do is I've started on a nice easy straight hedge, or so I believe. There is a fencing behind it, but we're going to see if we can whack this back to a bit more of a neater job. I don't do much hedge trimming. I think I did one day last year. This might be the only day I do this year, I don't know, but we'll give it a go and see. Piece of ply there protecting the bonnet, a piece of plastic there protecting the door. And Craig's put this on this morning. It's like a little magnetic window wipe thing, so you can actually see what you're doing. And yeah, there's the hedge trimmer, there's the hedge. We'll go and cut it. We've got the apprentice hedge trimmer as well, Mr. Gus, with us today. Yeah, Gus, you just sit there and take notes. Let's get this thing down here. Now, first thing to remember is to do anything on there, you need to have this one in gear. So, should now be able to move stuff. Nice. So this little twiddly thing here, that does the head up, down, does the arm up and down and in and out, and then I believe this one spins the machine round, which it does, and this one is the telescopic arm in and out. So we'll put that out a bit, spin it round so it doesn't career into the back of the tractor. And then you can choose your rotor direction here on these buttons. So when you're cutting a hedge, you always want the flails, I believe, going that way. So always turning into what you're cutting. And then when you do your grass or your ground cut, you go the other way, I think. I might be wrong, but that's what we're doing. There's a button here that keeps the machine pushed up all the time, so it's always there, it doesn't fly back round. And there is a button somewhere to put the head in float. It might be that one. We'll figure it out. Now you'll have to excuse the noise a bit because the back window on this tractor doesn't seal very well. So we've done one pass on the bottom of the hedge. All the stuff on the ground on the bottom there we'll do with a bottom cut. We'll do that last, so we'll do all the hedge. You can see some places that you can see the wire, but it's all grown back in. I don't want to get too near the wire, but I also don't want to start cutting stuff that's like, you know, huge with a hedge trimmer, because all we'll do is blunt the flails and make it look a mess. So bit of a tricky one, but we'll do another one above the wire there now, and then we'll do the top, and then at the end we'll do the bottom bit there. Just a quick mention, thank you to everyone who has sent me happy birthday message on either YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat or wherever. Had a brilliant long weekend off work with Abby. We did an awful lot of eating, so we now feel rather fat and rather full. Yeah, as you get older you appreciate a good meal out more than any material gift, so definitely had my fair share of meals out this weekend. Now at a perfect average between my mental age of a 9-year-old and the way my body feels of like a 47-year-old, so you can work out from that how old I am. I think the aim of the game is to not get too close to the hedge. You've got space to see it and be able to adjust the trimmer if you need to. Find is there's like a natural level of the hedge from the year before trimming, from just where it started, like new bits growing up. You just want to trim back down to that, really. You don't have to take off masses. You want to tickle along, Nice constant speed. Try and keep it nice and even and level. The job's a good one. Be nice to have one of those fancy forward reaching trimmers, so you're looking at your front wheel all the time instead of the back post of the cab. This is what we got, so this is what we'll use. Not looking too bad, eh? It's the saying in Devon, here he goes, not bad for a bite. Right, we'll do another little piece off the top and then do the ground cut. Right, just going along doing the floor cut. This trimmer's got a float option for the head, but I find it's actually better just having it a couple inches off the ground there and pilot it in myself. Seems to be doing a nicer job. Got a bit more control. Otherwise, the far end of the head that's against the hedge is heavier and falls to the ground first, and then it just feels like it's dragging against the floor all the time. But as you can see, it's doing a good job. Nice bit of hedge. Alright, we're winning. I've done one cut all the way along the floor of the entire field. I've finished the hedge behind me where I started over there. I'll show you before I go in for dinner. So we're now just heading round to do the other side. There's a drain in between this field and the one next door, so that was trimmed back in the summer and dealt with. But yeah, we've got all this hedge here. There's a bit in the corner here that hasn't been trimmed, so we'll sort that out as well. It is a really satisfying job, hedge trimming. The more you do it, I've only done it for like a couple hours this morning, but I quite like it. Right, I'm just heading back for a bit of dinner. I just thought I'd show you what I've done. Now, this is the very first part I've done. As you can see, I didn't blend it in brilliantly, so what I'll do is when I finish the rest of the field over there, I'll come back and just nick this little bit off here. I did get better as the hedge went on. As you can see, there's a barbed wire strand on top of a piece of stock netting in behind. It's got all these different types of hedge. We've got some blackthorn, and then we've got this, what it is it hazel? Something else. That never looks as tidy as that because there's not as much leafy and green on it. But if you look along the hedge with your eyes squinted, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the whole idea is to make the hedge shorter than it was. Push it back, a bit like my haircut I've had. You don't go to the hairdressers to make your hair longer, do you? So I'm on the point of my haircut. A good friend of mine, we call him Gillum. He's just started up with a mate. They got a new shop opening in Pinho in Exeter, or it's open. I went in yesterday on their opening day and had my haircut. They're called Ghosty Barbers. If I remember, I'll leave a link down below. Anyone that's local wants a decent haircut. They got TVs in there with PlayStations and all sorts, really reasonable priced. And check them out. They're on Instagram and all that jazz as well. But yeah, I call that a success for the morning. We'll have some dinner and we'll carry on the other side of the field. Tractor's doing a good job. I did pick up a piece of tree on my travels. We'll take that out. Yeet. Perfect. You're so needy. Right guys, back out after dinner. We're on the opposite side of the field now. I just want to show you this. We got a fairly big ditch here behind the fence. And I'm not sure it's been trimmed for a couple of years because the size of the stuff that's growing in it is pretty huge. Also, the camera doesn't really show how much of an angle we're on here. If I try and make the camera level, about there, see the tractor sloping down, but there's also a slope towards the ditch. Same all the way up there. Need to sort this out. I'm going to try and whack that right back in a minute. All that big piece there. There's another bit here that didn't get trimmed last year in underneath. This sort of, if we want to take out the trees, it's a chainsaw job really, so just tidied up what I can with the trimmer. Whack all that back, whack that right back. There's a I don't think there's a fence. Well, there is a fence in there somewhere. See it there? It's obviously quite far in. I could have another go at all of this here. And then the actual hedge bit, it's going to be fairly easy, but I want to clean this ditch out really, because obviously any water that can go to it is getting stopped by all the vegetation that's there. Dog's gone down to have a look. But yeah, trimmer's doing a good job. I'm actually enjoying trimming. I don't really do a lot of it. It's good fun, something different. So we'll carry on and see how it goes. So we are making a dent in this ditch. You see there's a couple of big bits of tree there that I'm going to come back and do separately, like that one we just gone past. But I've sort of done a cut against this bank here. I'm just going to cut against the far side of the ditch now, and then we'll clear up the middle at the end. Craig's done the other side of that hedge over there a couple of days ago, so we'll try and match it up with what he's done, make it all look nice and neat. Yeah, I don't think this bit was done last year, so 2-year growth for some of it. Now this bit I'm doing now is definitely going to look different after I'm done. I wasn't even aware I could drive through this patch, but I sort of just had a go at it, and turns out you can. So obviously there's a fence there, and there's about 25 feet of brambles behind it, so we're going to knock it all back, see if we can tidy it up a bit, because I reckon it'll look quite different. So I've taken off a piece of the brambles with my first cut there. I'll back and I'll shave it in a bit tighter again, and I'll just keep doing that until I'm happy that I'm close enough to the fence. That's how you do behind you anyway. Right people, I have finished this field I'm in. I'm actually quite happy with how it turns out. I've driven away from the ditch, but that's what we're doing just behind us. I think that's not bad, considering I do all of about 3 hedges a year. I might just do one more along the top to save having to do so much from the road the other side whilst we're here. I'm relatively happy with that. No fencing injuries. Nicely trimmed hedge, is all fairly even. Can't really complain. I know some of you guys will watch It's a Farming Life for Me, and Andy, the guy that does those YouTube videos, he has one of the forward reach trimmers. I think it's a Sherborne Reynolds they have. So it sits out here somewhere, so he's always sat here looking forwards. And also they use it on 215R. He's got all his auto steer on, so he can set up a boundary lap of his field. So he hasn't got to do any steering, he can just worry about doing his controls, which is a pretty clever idea really, I think. I see Craig, when he done the field below here last time, he done one cut on that hedge on the way out, so I might do the rest of that hedge on that lane in a minute whilst I'm here. One button, it'll fold right round. Keep him out away from the wheel a bit. You can tell when it's getting hot, the oil, because it goes a bit thin. Things take longer to work. Well, I'm pretty pleased with that. Obviously there's some in the corner there that we have to do from the other field there inside. Can't quite get at it. And we've got to do the road ends as well, but not too bad for a bloke who doesn't know how to hedge trim. That's the first hedge we've done this morning. Again, we've got a couple of bits we need to do from the road there, but we'll do those when it's too wet to travel in the field. Try and get a lot of the field work done sort of now whilst we can travel. I know it's raining today and everything's a bit soft, but to give a nice week of weather the rest of this week. We're actually going to make silage We'll cut some silage tomorrow. We've got fertiliser to spread. We've got spraying to do. It's going to be quite busy here for a few days. Actually back in the yard now. I finished doing the bits I was doing on the lane and in the field. I didn't want to start another field tonight. I thought I'd just have a tidy up with a few hedges in the yard. It's a bit more difficult because they don't get cut very regularly. I've got to go over them 2 or 3 times to make them look neat. I came down here and I had the topper on the tractor the other day, so I tidied up what I could against this fence with the topper. I'll just reach in over and do a bit of the big stuff. There's actually a lane in there. It goes down to an old slurry pit. You wouldn't know it. Right, we are back in the yard. I've just put the trimmer down for the evening, just taking Gus for a little run down the track before taking him home, give him a bit of exercise. You can see how much the fields are greened up. It's, this has actually had a bit of nitrogen, this field. See the one down there into green where the sheep are. That's looking beautiful in there. Hello. There is the trimmer all parked up. We could probably do with a bit of a sharpen before his next outing, but not too bad. You can hear he's making noise. That's just the fan cooling him down. He'll shut himself off when he's done. Makes noise for a quarter of an hour or so after you finish using him. Got the 155 all hooked on the fert spreader for whenever it's dry enough. We'll get out and put some TSP on some ground, just going into barley. And that's about it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. We'll try and do some more hedge trimming. I want to get the drone up when we're hedge trimming, really, but it's just been too wet today. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, then please do. It's completely free. We're in a race to 10,000 subscribers with some Scottish bloke, so if you could back the Englishman, that would be grand. There is a link down below, all my socials, and also merch. We've got some of these hats left in stock if anyone wants one, in either green or red, depending on what colour tractor you like. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you on another video very soon. Cheerio.